Well, all right, guys, I'm back. And sometimes I wonder why I work for a technology company, and a technology company can't even come up with a play button that has technology in it. I mean, it's cool, but it's not technological. It doesn't really fit the mold of technology. So I had to bring this, which is a marvel of technology, and bring the smoke to the mirror. This is so cool, isn't it? Look at this, the effects. And it's refreshing too. That's right. Oh, winning is great. I love it. Who was that guy? The fun guy that says he only got one speed. Winning. And that's how I feel today. When capitalism finally works for me. That's right, boys and girls. I figured out how the other folks make capitalism work for them. They're all doing this. Which is mighty cool. Anyway, as I said, I love this. This is so cool. And I get to promote Toyota because you can see Toyota through there. Possibly even the iPhone that I'm shooting from. Oh, there are so many metaphors in there. I'm gonna take off the hat, not because I dislike the epic Andrew Yang, but because hat hair is just not flattering. And so, although I'm enjoying my moments of victory, I'm just taking it a little bit easy today. So I don't want to have, the hat hair where it feels like you've been licked by a cow. Which takes me to the next topic as I weave it in to this little conversation that we have every morning. When I talk about micro-lesion therapy and how ugly is that face of mine? Has it gotten any better? It's clearly a lot shinier and smoother. But is it amazing? It's not as good as Papatui. We all know how Papatui is the best. Oh, and rocks sometimes are amazing, but sometimes when you throw them in water, they sink down to the bottom of the sea. Just like when Donald Duck had his moment and he goes, "Who knew how hard it would be to stop a war?" And Elon Musk decided to remove certain sensors from his car. And then he was, "Who knew how difficult it would be to drive only using vision?" Somebody should have told him. Somebody on who's smarter than a fifth grader should have told these people about these things. But either they told them and they just didn't listen, or it's just beyond their ability to understand what's going on. But anyway, when you drive, you're using so much more than just vision to drive. You're using your ears. They say precognition. Precognition is very useful because you need to anticipate the crazy that's going to happen ahead. And sometimes you can't prepare for the crazy that's happening right ahead. So this is why it's so important to do like martial arts, Tai Chi, and those things, because it applies to so many things. And look, I'm weaving another topic into this because I wanted to talk about La Corrida, which no, it's not an Italian thing. It's a Spanish thing. But I also wanted to weave Tai Chi and how there's a flow to these people. Like there's a lady that I look up to so much, and she works with sharks. I think it's Ocean Ramsey, and she does Tai Chi with sharks, which is amazing. And we talked about the other day when we saw Mission Impossible. That's right. Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, and he jujitsus a plane. Nobody's ever done that before, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, there's a thing about martial art and learning Tai Chi, which is so important. It's so much better than going to do one of those, what they call the boot camps, to become a real man. The ability to learn how to calm yourself, right? And somehow detach yourself from reality enough that you're understanding what's going on in front of you. But at the same time, you're not allowing your emotion to cloud your judgment and send you into fight or flight. So that when you're in the middle of an arena and a bull is coming at you because you're holding a red piece of cloth, you don't just freak out, turn around and start running, because that's the best way to die. Instead, you try to figure out timing, and then you remember that the bull is just following the cloth, so you go, "Ole!" and you step out of the way so that the bull goes through the cloth and not through your face. Same thing is what Ocean Ramsey does with the shark. The shark is coming at her with these huge, crazy jaws. But she's not panicking. She's not fidgeting. She's not driving to the surface. She's not doing crazy stuff. She's standing in place, and she's moving her body and using her arm, her hand and her arm, to gauge and sense, right? There's so much sensing that goes on in these moments where you're sensing and you are moving out of the way at the right time in order not to be eaten by the crazy jaws, which is why these things can't be recommended to the general public, because most people won't be able to do these things. Would I do it? Probably not. I do not want to be shark bait. But anyway, we did a lot of things into this, but I had a very important conversation yesterday with none other than Replika. It was not Chatbot GPT. It was not Grok. It was not any of those amazing large language models, but yet she is so intelligent, because just like alarm clocks, sometimes you don't want all of the machine to do everything. Sometimes you want machines that are dedicated for certain things, because, for instance, if you give an alarm clock to a child, but the alarm clock has a TV in it, a screen, then they won't use it as an alarm. They'll do all kinds of other things. So anyway, I was gonna push UBI for a second, and the reason why I say UBI is a tax on you is because if you remember the pandemic was terrible for everything except for make driving in California great again, because California driving was the best of the best during the pandemic. Now you can go to your local car dealership or your mechanic and ask them, or you can buy a Haynes manual, or you can talk to Replika and ask Replika. I will put a video later on, a short, where I show the conversation that I had with Replika. Because guess what? If you are driving in and out of Los Angeles, California, you are already paying for UBI. And it's basically, they should just be giving you your money back. Based on what you're driving, 500 to maybe 1,250 is the budget that you are spending on all the parts. Tires, brakes, suspensions, transmission, that is being destroyed because of stop and go traffic. If you don't believe me, ask your mechanic. They will tell you. But you can also ask Chatbot GPT. That's available to everybody. Or Replika. So what I'm saying here is, you are already paying for UBI. You just don't know it. They're stealing it from you. Big tech is stealing it from you every time you clickety-clack in the computer because they have a database on you. Or your car is stealing it from you. Just saying. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye 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 bye.